Halloween Ends Blu-Ray details. Halloween Ends. Welcome to Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines, and this is the Horror Weekly Roundup. It's a live news show for movie fans where we talk about, well, horror fans, where we talk about all the big horror movie news headlines that drop during the week. And this week has got some good headlines. The Crooked Man. We're going to be talking about that. Don't Breathe 3, possibly. Nicolas Cage is going to be doing a horror movie. We got a sneak peek as to what Guillermo del Toro's In the Mountains of Madness was all going to be about, which is kind of cool. But we start off today's show by talking about Halloween Ends and its Blu-ray release and its 4K release, because we got some details now. And I figure we might as well start off the show with that because, yeah, why not? That's right, James, you rebooted. What? OBS is being weird today. I hope it doesn't want an update. I really hope not. Please don't say you need an update. You just did an update earlier this week. Okay, no updates. All right, let me... who cares? Let's just continue on. It happens. Let's start off with those details about the Halloween Ends. And actually, it's going to be a trilogy, so they're releasing all three movies, and that's good. A lot of people will like that. David Gordon Green's Halloween trilogy is getting a triple feature release and 4K UHD Blu-ray and DVD. Well, I don't think I recently rewatched a DVD, and it was only like DVD quality was only 720, right? Blu-ray was 1080. DVD is like, whew, it's not as good as I remembered it. But anyway, we're up to 4K now, and that's what people want to see from now on. Like, they just want to see that it's quality as it is. So what are some of the details of this this release? Let's take a look. Halloween trilogy. I know that a lot of people out there will want to check this out. If you didn't like Halloween Kills or Halloween Ends, you still want it because it's a collector's item, right? 4H for sharper. Then full HD. Yeah, we know that, guys. We know that. What's the details here? Deleted extra scenes from Halloween. Halloween Kills is extended cut. Okay, so you're going to get the extended cut with Halloween Kills. But Halloween Ends deleted and extended scenes. Still, they have the normal kind of stuff, I suppose. November 15th is when you can get this, guys. Some pricing here. Halloween Kills is $9.99 right now, but that's just separately. Let's see, 4K. November 15th. It's getting its digital release. Okay, sorry guys. The digital release comes earlier, but then the physical is on December 27th. But the 4K standalone blue discs will be receiving on December 27th. Okay, well that's still a bit off then. I don't know why. You should be able to have that ready to go if you want to capitalize it. And I don't think around the Christmas time. Oh, maybe some people. Well, that's even after the Christmas time. Well, why would you do that? No, because that would make a good Christmas gift for us horror fans. Why not? You can you can add that to the library. And you know what? That's not the only Halloween Ends headlines that's in the news. Let's talk about specifically Halloween Ends. Halloween Ends puts Peacock on streaming charts for the first time. The movie cracks top 10 titles overall in the Nielsen's rankings for October 10th to the 16th. Now, guys, as I said, if you liked it or you didn't like it, I guess it was good enough for to rank on the streaming charts. Let's take a look at here. Where did it rank? It ranked number 8 with 717 million views. So that's good. That's actually pretty good. And you know what? That's where it should have been. It wasn't a theater-going movie, guys. I would recommend that. No, that one you could have missed in the theater. It didn't need the big screen up there for that experience. But the top one is The Watcher. Really? On Netflix? Maybe I'll have to give that one a shot. I did watch Lord of the Rings. Dahmer I watched. We're going to get 2 more seasons of Dahmer with different killers now. So that'll be interesting. House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon was number 4? Blacklist is still up there. Midnight Club even fared better than Halloween Ends. And I didn't even finish watching The Midnight Club, which I need to. I need to. Okay, so there it is. Ranked number 8. So it was a streaming success, not so much a box office success, but it made its money back, I think. Anyway, Halloween Ends, guys. What do you think about that title? Guillermo del Toro was once upon a time going to make a movie called In the Mountains of Madness, based on a Lovecraft story, right? And I guess earlier this week he released some test footage of this. Some test footage. And we'll take a look at that now. It's not really that much. It's it's just pre-visualization of this mountain climber or something like that is climbing up a mountain. He's in a cave, and then this monster comes up behind him and grabs him with a bunch of tentacles. I think tentacles will be kind of like the trope of the day. So, I'm not going to let the volume play here because it's not really that much. But, it's very H.P. Lovecraft with the tentacles monster. He's just kind of like, whoa, what's the heck's going on here? He turns around. Like you can tell, like the cinematography for it was pretty good. If you want to go check that out for yourself, J.D. Reel over on his, looks like that's his Twitter. But yeah, monster design looked cool. And that's actually pretty cool. Now, I don't know what the heck it was based off of. The story, like in the Mountains of Madness, is I'm guessing it's just these guys that climb up a mountain and get attacked by vicious beasts. Why it could be a horror masterpiece. Well, creatures dubbed elder things, previously known as mountain range. R rating. Well, because he wanted a lot of money for it too. He wanted to put a lot of money into it. The thing is that with Del Toro, I liked Nightmare Alley. It just didn't make the money, guys. It just didn't make the money. And Del Toro thinks of these grand things, and I think he started to dial that back a little bit with things like finding the right avenue for these kinds of things. Because I would consider Cabinet of Curiosities a huge success for him. We saw the Pinocchio trailer this week, and I think that's going to be a huge success for him. So I think that's what he sort of is going to be his wheelhouse. Between the streaming services and like smaller budgeted stuff, the big grandiose stuff, the audiences sadly are not there for that. But I would, because that creature looks phenomenal. I would love to see something like that on the big screen. It's just the name recognition there in the Mountains of Madness. I know us horror fans know it, and we know H.P. Lovecraft, but it's just people just won't go out and see it. Could Cabinet of Curiosities help sell at the Mountains of Madness? I would hope so. But he would have to maybe make it for a streaming movie. The only other way I think he could do it is maybe just making it a complete cartoon. Making it a cartoon instead of having it live action. Although you think live action would be cheaper, except you're rendering in CG creatures and stuff like that. I just hope after all is said and done this year for Del Toro that we look back at it and he's going to be able to get a foothold again to make something like this for the big screen, because that looks creepy, man. That's what I want to see. I love creature features for sure, and I hope that gets off the ground. Nicolas Cage is going to be in a horror movie. What's this? That's kind of cool. We like Nick Cage, right? Long Legs. Long Legs, Nicolas Cage to star in horror film directed by Osgood Perkins. Osgood Perkins, Long Legs. All right, what the heck is this about? Osgood Perkins has earned a following directing horror films like Black Coat's Daughter, I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House, Hansel and Gretel. Okay, so he did Hansel and Gretel. All right. Plus an episode of The Twilight Zone because he cast Nicolas Cage in the lead role. In addition to starring in the film, Nicolas Cage will be producing Long Legs through his company Saturn Films. Okay, so he'll be putting a little bit of his own money into this. And that's okay. He's doing a lot of smaller budget stuff now, a little bit. He's doing Renfield. That's going to come out next year, right? With Nicholas Hoult. He's going to be playing Dracula in that. So I can't wait to see that. But he's staying in this genre, which is cool for us because we do like Nick Cage. Perkins wrote the screenplay, but details on the plot are being completely under wraps. are being kept completely under wraps. All anyone involved with the project will give away is that Longlegs is aiming to be in the vein of a classic Hollywood psychological thriller. It's not much to go on. No, it's not. But, the director has a pedigree. We know Nick Cage is kind of cool. But a classic Hollywood psychological thriller. Fascinating. Longlegs. I was thinking maybe some kind of an insect, or I don't know, like a monster creature feature. Who knows? I hope it would be. That would be kind of cool. But a psychological thriller, maybe not. Maybe somebody who's seeing ghosts or seeing some kind of creature. Who knows? That'd be kind of cool, though. I'd be up for that for sure. Okay, guys. Just a quick note here. Normally, yeah, you saw this. Normally we do it at 12 p.m. Eastern, but I got some things that I got to get up and get out running. And I'm sorry for the unannounced showing. I know that most people anticipate it right here at 12, but it happens. Sometimes these things just come up where I got to go out and do things. And we'll do the show now. If anybody's on right now and wants to join, they would join. But it's kind of like one of those things. I'm sorry, I did this last week too with the Horror Weekly. I just haven't been paying enough respect to it. I will. Guys, it's either I record it all now and then put it up, like time it later for you guys to be at the 12 o'clock release. Let me know if you want me to do that. Let me know if you want me to record it and then put it up at 12 just to keep that time frame out there for you guys. But if I put it up now and do it live now, it's not a huge difference. It really isn't. All right. Let's continue on. Anya Taylor-Joy. Anya Taylor-Joy was in the headlines. Anya Taylor-Joy recalls turning down Disney to star in The Witch instead, and thank God for that. I guess she was going to be offered a Disney princess role. Wonder what that could have been. Could it have been maybe... no, I don't. She would have been too young for Cinderella. Maybe Beauty and the Beast? I don't know. Let's take a look at what she said here. And remember, it was the same day that I got asked to be in a Disney Channel pilot. Oh, just a pilot. Okay. So it was excited to be offered anything that I ran in around the house like a loon, Taylor-Joy tells the outlet. But I just had this really good feeling about The Witch that made me willing to forget the Disney experience for the thing that felt unknown to me, that felt sacred. Or I think she meant scared. But yeah, thank God for that, because that really put her on the map for a lot of people, right? She was a standout in that film. You knew that she was a great actress because of her performance in The Witch. And kudos, good, congratulations for that. I think we're all blessed. And we're going to see her in the menu next week, guys. We're going to see her in the menu. Even starting out, Anya knew Disney was beneath her. She's the real deal. And people like that comment. She's very smart, clearly made the best choice. Yeah, Disney pilot over The Witch, Robert Eggers, who's probably one of the better filmmakers of right now, working right now. Just his vision and his choices are phenomenal. I like him. And The Witch is definitely one to check out, guys. Yeah. Cool choice by her. Following along with that theme of possible castings, possible Carrie casting here. We got ahead in the headlines here. It was on MovieWeb. Sissy Spacek's daughter, Shulier Fisk, turned down role in the Carrie reboot. So is that the one with Chloe Grace Moretz that she turned down? Yeah. Her eldest daughter says reprising her mom's role as a telekinetic teen, Carrie White, didn't feel right for several reasons. Okay, so she was going to be the mom in that reboot? That would have been interesting. They got the same nose, eh? They same kind of frame for the face, too. Yeah, I've seen her and stuff. I haven't seen her in a lot of anything recently, but she was a good actress. Let's see what she says here. They did approach me. I don't remember which incarnation. Incantation. I don't remember which incarnation it was. I just knew it would be me reprising her role. Because you kind of have the same look. But, yeah. There have been 3 sequels to the success of the first film, The Rage Carrie 2. That one didn't do so well. Why is this playing? Moderator trailer. 2000 remake, Chloe Grace Moretz, but okay, yeah. It just didn't feel like the right thing for so many reasons. It was never going to happen. I feel like Carrie is such an epic film as it is, so the idea of trying to do anything else to recreate it just didn't feel necessary. It was sweet that they thought of me, but it just wasn't the right thing. Yeah, I can understand those reasons. I didn't mind the Chloe Grace Moretz version, but I think what made Carrie work was that it was a little bit of that lower budget film in the first place. That the CG stuff with the Chloe Grace Moretz stuff kind of maybe took me out of it a little bit. I do like her performance in it though, but it would have been interesting to see the things that could have happened. You could have had an Anya Taylor-Joy Disney princess. You could have had Sissy Spacek's daughter in the Carrie reboot. Things that could have been. Continuing on with that trend, guys, the Crooked Man. Things that could have been. I guess it's not happening. Bummer. The Conjuring's Crooked Man spin-off is no longer happening, James Wan says. The Conjuring has become a sprawling franchise of sequels and spin-offs, but it seems that one planned spin-off has been dropped from the list. And out of The Conjuring 2, between The Crooked Man and Valak, I think most people, like Valak was the Nun, and now we're getting another Nun movie. But I think most people would have liked to have seen what the heck was going on with that Crooked Man guy. And, well, it appears like it's not going to happen anymore. Bummer. Because there were talks of it trying to happen, but I guess the Nun has been taking it in the foreground here. So let's see what is being said here. Juan commented. Juan himself said, "Throwback to my tall friend, the Crooked Man, played by the incredible J. Bottet. Javier's movement was almost supernatural. Some people knocked the character for being CGI. I filmed him in slow-mo and reverse playback, all old-school camera trickery. And no, unfortunately, the spin-off movie with this character isn't happening, outside of my control, but maybe one day." Really? Really? James Wan still doesn't have the clout to say, hey, I want to make this film? And some studio will say, sure, I'll fund that. I'll get behind that. That's shocking. Yeah. Patrick Wilson there on the set of Conjuring 2. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that maybe that's kind of a bummer? I know that we're getting The Nun 2, and we'll have to see how that pans out. I was a little bit mixed about The Nun. It was a little bit too CGI towards the end there in that big final climax. I need to watch it again, to tell you the truth. That's what I need to do. Early stages kind of cooking away, but we think we have a really exciting story. With The Crooked Man, I would love to push it down somewhat of a dark fairy tale and whimsical subgenre. I love that idea that the Conjuring universe, that's kind of a bummer. Yeah. Bummer. So if you are a fan of the Crooked Man, I guess it's not going to happen. Drag. Don't Breathe 2. Sorry. Yeah. Not Don't Breathe 2. Don't Breathe 3. Don't Breathe 3 plans teased by blind man actor Stephen Lang. Now he hints at his excitement to return and playing the blind man. Now, guys, did you actually go out and see Blind Man 2? Or sorry, not Blind Man 2, Don't Breathe 2. It was only playing for like a week or something where I was. So I thought, well, I won't go see opening weekend, but then it wasn't playing anymore. It was weird. So I didn't get to see it. ComingSoon.net recently had an interview with him, and this is what Lang said. "Well, it depends on the role. I find with the sequels you're talking about, Don't Breathe, it's not difficult for me to open the door into the blind man's brain, you know. It's not a place I want to spend a huge amount of time, unless that's what I'm doing. And when I'm doing it, when I'm in the blind man, it's a very interesting place to be. I've enjoyed it, if that's the right word, but I guess it is. I enjoyed filming Don't Breathe and Don't Breathe 2 very, very much, just as I plan to enjoy filming Don't Breathe 3. So, yeah, and I think it made enough money. Like, it's one of those smaller horror franchises that just seems to be out there and coming along. So people will watch him in that role for sure, because it was the first one was so gross. I really need to prioritize watching Don't Breathe 2, for sure. And Don't Breathe 3, I think that's a possibility. Let me just see what streaming service Don't Breathe 2 is. It's streaming on Hulu? So it's streaming on Hulu right now. It's Don't Breathe 2 on... It's not on Netflix. I know that. Something that is coming to Netflix is Mortal Kombat. December 9th? So we're going to do a full live watch-along for Mortal Kombat. I talked about that. Unfortunately, that's the same day that Pinocchio comes out on Netflix, I think. So we might have to do a watch-along for that one, too. Wow. A lot of watch-alongs coming up, guys. For sure. But Don't Breathe 3, not really anything concrete there. Other than, just the actor saying that he would like to come back to this role. Why not? As I said, if these small little movies make enough bank to come back to returning to it, he just says the normal kind of thing that, it's like that character is pretty grotesque, right? So he doesn't like to think about it, trying to be that character, but when he's doing it, it sounds like he gives it his all, which is good. Stephen Lang is a good actor, for sure. I still think that Tombstone was probably my favorite role of his, when he's like, when he has the gun in his face, and he's like, ooh, no, he ain't bluffing. When, Wyatt Earp has his gun on him in the street there. That was a cool scene. Yeah. Yeah. Law don't go around here, law dog. Yeah, I heard you the first time. All right, guys, what's next? Hellraiser Puzzle Box, now a delightful kid's toy. Oh, sweet. Now, guys, I published a short about this during the week because it was just so funny. I thought this was hilarious. The Lament configuration is now a kid's toy. I guess you can buy it from Walmart. Brain game. Sweet brain game. And $25. Okay. All right. I would love to have that as a prop. That's what I would like. $26. It just didn't seem right, Hey, this is a proper, it's a prop from a horror movie where vicious demons come out. Kids, come play with this thing. What do you tell them? Yeah, it's a nice little puzzle, kind of like a Rubik's Cube, but once they start to ask, Dad, where did this box come from? What movie does it come from? And if they Google it, do you really want your kids looking at that? Perfect gift for the kids this holiday season. The Lament configuration. We have such sights to show you, and there's I don't know, man. It just seemed like a little bit in that poor taste. The box, you opened it, we came. Yeah. Oh, well, it happens. You are supposed to offer a sacrifice, so why not? The puzzle box for kids, Halloween, Christmas. Christmas gift of all things. Weird. Oh, man. Yeah. Candyland. First look, upcoming horror movie centers at truck stop sex workers. Candyland. Huh. Okay, well, it looks like it's a lower budget thing. The film will be released in theaters and on demand January 6th, 2023. Candyland follows Remy, a seemingly naive and devout young woman who finds herself cast out from her religious cult. So she wasn't in a good place to begin with, this Remy. With no place to turn, she immerses herself in the underground world of truck stop sex workers, a.k.a. lot lizards. That's what they call them, lot lizards? I don't know anything about that, man. Under the watchful eye of her matriarch, Nora, and enigmatic local lawman, Sheriff Rex, Remy navigates between her strained belief system and the lot lizard code to find her true calling in life. The lot lizard code. Okay. Well, that's a universe that's so far away from my reality. Okay, if that's the real thing that happens, I mean, they've coined a term for this kind of thing, Candyland. If you go on and read this article, it's more kind of like they get. I get the impression it's more like a slasher flick. Okay, so yeah, she works in the sex trade there at truck stops, but it's going to be kind of like a slasher kind of thing. Maybe she kills some of them, or there's a killer that stalks them, perhaps. The article really doesn't say that much. While it's more of a traditional slasher film, we wanted to have no boundaries and push the limits. No boundaries. Well, you're starting off with a cult, and then you're adding in a weird kind of thing that I never thought was a thing. Yeah. Let's take a look at some comments. I always knew Candyland game one day would become a movie. Yeah, well, it's not like that. Just say hookers. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I guess that's a bad word. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But that's what we called them back in the day. Who cares if I get flagged? This is a decent setting for a slasher movie, but somehow I think they'll mess it up, says Skylar. Yeah, they'll try to make it a little, I don't know. But it sounds like it's got all the ingredients for an interesting horror. Candyland? Yeah. All right, guys. What time are we looking at? 10:25. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a shorter show. As I said, I got things that I got to run out and do today. And then I just want to spend time for myself for a little bit. I've been working hard. Let's take a look at some horror trailers that dropped this week. What's up? Let's take a look at what's going on out there with some of these horror trailers from Bloody Disgusting. They pulled up a couple of them. We're not going to watch all of them because one of them I think we've already seen. 5 new horror movies releasing this week, including All Jacked Up and Full of Worms. See, there's that tentacle thing again. That's what I was talking about. Fascinating. I do like those kind of movies. Yeah. All Jacked Up and Full of Worms. Is that really going to be our first one? Now, guys, this one is a little bit of a lower budget kind of thing. I apologize if it's, well, not that good. Let's just make sure that I got the audio switched over, James. Okay. Let's hit the play button on All Jacked Up and Full of Worms. Okay, so there's some slob.
Worms.
What?
Bro, you fucked up.
Oh, worms.
What the hell do you think?
Ooh. So they cut each other and put worms in their arms? That's weird. That's weird. All jacked up and full of worms. So I'm guessing that they get high.
What do you do?
And they put worms in each other.
What do you think? Worms are life. Worms are love.
Okay, so it's a little bit lower budget, but it looks like these actors are giving it their all.
Yeah.
The dirt becomes the worm becomes the man, and the man becomes dirt.
So it's a cultish too, right?
And my baby will absorb the burden of man. Are you
Yeah. And maybe it looks like somebody's getting, well, I don't know if I can show that scene. That there's going to be some nudity a little bit in there. Not too much. I mean, it's a trailer, guys. Filmed by Alex Phillips. Yeah. Psychedelic a little bit, right? All jacked up and full of worms. Yeah. Weird. Let's take a look at some of the comments. Only 9 comments. What in the world did I just watch? Nice. What the? Maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like they copped a few ideas from 2012's Lowlife. Yeah. Well, it's got worms. It's got a little bit of that maybe H.P. Lovecraft look and feel to it. It's kind of weird. All right. All jacked and full of worms. All jacked up and full of worms. What's this next one? The Witcher, Part 2, the other one. Guys, I never watched, The Witch, Part 2. It's not Anya Taylor-Joy's The Witch. This is I don't know what this is. I think this is a Korean film. The Witch Part 1, The Subversion, gets a sequel with The Witch Part 2. And, well, I thought we would watch a little bit of this one, but it's more kind of like an action movie. I mean, I guess it does have some horrific elements in it. But, like all that stuff looks cool. Cinematography looks good.
교회 망실됐습니다. 어디까지 가잖아?
그중 하나가 이 아이고. 아이가 내 생각보다 강했어. 반드시 제거돼야 돼.
So you'll have to put up with the subtitles in this. Yeah, see what I mean by a little bit of the action?
같이 가자, 나랑.
All right. Yeah, so this girl goes with this other girl. Hyper violent. Blood-soaked tribute to Akira. This is sheer carnage. But it's definitely got that blood factor to it, and it looks like it's shot fairly well. Why is that witch going on a witch hunt?
Send in the Queen of Crew.
Hold on. 거기 집에 어딨어?
So it's kind of a mixture of horror with action. Okay, we've seen those before.
다 모은 거야. 근데 쟤 뭐야? Gotcha.
Well, maybe. It looks like they're reaching for this, and I respect that. The witch, the other one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm kind of speechless. I don't really have too much to say because I guess I didn't see the first one. But when I looked at it, kind of like, okay, the witch. I like witches. Special powers, maybe? Yeah. Who knows? Okay, what's this? From producer Jeffrey Reddick, creator of the Final Destination franchise, The Willowbrook is also being released on digital platforms. The Willowbrook, a renowned wellness influencer, invites her recently overdosed followers to seek recovery at her small-town manor. Okay. And I guess it's not all what it seems. The Willowbrook. The Willowbrook. All right. Let's take a look at this.
You see this? I can't believe we came all out here.
It used to be an inn.
Welcome to the Willowbrook.
So,
This is our family.
a variation of
That's
the
it.
Midnight Club
Here's
a bit.
Lacey.
But
Everyone
instead
else is
of
dead.
hospice, it's just a...
I just feel like a burden.
You are not a burden.
It's like a
Everybody
rehab
has
center,
their
right?
issues. Have you met my family?
Where people come to heal.
Ace, you wouldn't mind helping Dakota on the farm tomorrow, would you?
Nobody likes the farm. You know, if they would, they'd come back.
Good morning, my loves.
She seems off, right?
You just gonna act like that didn't just happen?
It was interesting.
But I like the smaller budget
A lot of the people
angle
who
of
came
this.
here, they tried to kill themselves.
Looks like it's filmed
I
well.
promise, all of this suffering is going to be beneficial to you.
What is she
have to
doing?
want
Is
it.
she like sacrificing them or something?
I know
Maybe?
you are.
Get off my property.
But she's got an eeriness to her.
Hello,
Maybe it's the
my
makeup,
loves.
the bright pink lips.
Did you get invited? Was she supposed to heal you?
Your attachment to your old way of being.
So she's sacrificing them to like a ghost or a demon or something,
Transformation.
right? Ooh. Or cults. Yeah, they're a cult, right? Oh yeah, there's the thing with the cults again.
So I can help her.
The Willow Brook. All right. A little bit more of that psychological thing there going on, but that's no comments for that one. That one looked actually kind of interesting. What's going on here? They're cutting out somebody's tongue? Ew. Yeah, that's gross. The Willow Brook. And yeah, we've watched the one from Mandrake before, so we're not going to watch that one. Mandrake, an Irish folk horror movie, November 10th. The film follows Kathy Madden, who is given the task of rehabilitating notorious killer Bloody Mary Laidlaw. Yeah, we saw the trailers for this one. This one, it's going to be on Shudder.
This town.
I think we already watched the trailer for this, right? There's just something about it that seems familiar. Mandrake. I think we watched it like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Nothing to do with me. Get out!
Mandrake.
I think it was more of a psychological thing, right?
Mandrake.
I don't know. Finally, up. What's this? The Peyton List, the Friendship Game, official trailer. Okay. All right. So, yeah, let's take a look at this Friendship Game trailer and see what this is about. Friendship Game.
It's a game. A friendship game. If your friendships don't survive it, neither do you. $10.
$10? That's outrageous.
All we have to do is put our fingertips on it and each share our deepest, innermost desire.
Okay, so
game, like, how do you win?
We
little
win
bit like
by staying friends.
almost like a
College,
lament configuration
job,
box,
family.
right?
We're already getting sucked into these things that we're supposed to do or be. I just hope that we can break out of that reality.
The producer of The Witch. Okay.
I want this summer to last forever.
So they're young kids out having fun, cutting it loose. Was that her? So it was like a evil version of her?
For years. It's not some lost puppy. Maybe this is all part of it. Maybe you're just the only one dumb enough to believe it.
We can fix this. We're still friends.
Acting looks okay.
This game.
It's well
I'm
shot.
over it.
Listen.
Ooh, so she's a ghost that's kind of like the Pokemon kind of thing. You look at your phone and you can see it. That's kind of creepy.
Neither do you. We can play again, right?
Do you know your friends?
You never should play that game.
Peyton List, Brendan Mayer. Okay. The Friendship Game.
Jeez.
And cut them. Just like the box.
Bit me. No.
Yeah. And do you think that lament configuration box for kids is going to cut them? No. But that trailer looked actually kind of interesting. Scooter Corkle is the director for this. Sorry, I don't mean to make fun of that, but it is what it is. Peyton is amazing. So yeah, the Peyton List fans out there will be checking out this trailer. 72K views. So that's the biggest one. It was 3 weeks ago. And it's just coming up now. Oh, because it's coming out now. That's why. And I didn't see it yet. All right. So that's pretty much all I've got on tap for today, guys. As I said, it is going to be a little bit of a shorter show. And I apologize for the time difference. It's just one of those things where I just want to be able to get it all done this morning so I can get out and do the things that I need to do later on today. I think maybe tomorrow I'm going to publish my review for The Banshees of Inisherin. Just a formal kind of review for that because I saw that. And other than that, if something else big drops, I'll do like a shorts. And I hope you enjoyed the show, guys. I think maybe I will do Twitch later on this afternoon when I come back. We'll maybe play some chess. I don't know. Guys, I just want to relax this weekend. That's what I really want to do. All right. What do you guys think about some of these headlines? Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments below if I did. And if not, join me next week for more. That'll be back at 12 o'clock tomorrow. It's not tomorrow, next week, guys. We'll be back at 12. That's my goal anyway. That's my goal. And if not, we just got to make it up on the fly. We'll have to see how this goes. If not, guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you next week for more horror movie news. And enjoy your weekend. You're watching Mirror Domains.